Yeah, I just want to explore the areas surrounding here because there's a couple of things I saw on the way in.
I'll let you take back the reins.
Alright, so I right off the bat thought I just saw like either a bug or a ghost. Let's
Either way, it's a good time.
To me, the deserts always have some of the best music.
They really do.
got some here.
You know what music I thought was really good the first time I played? It was actually absolutely terrible.
What?
The Bossa Nova song on it. The new wave Bossa Nova.
Yeah.
On... I don't remember why, but like Trey and I loved that.
Y'all used to love the shit out of that.
And then like I finally got Majora's Mask again and played that song and I was like, this is awful. Like, this literally sounds like a guy just kind of pulling his fingers across the strings on a guitar. Like without hitting a note, he's just kind of like moving his fingers across the strings. Nice. Also, 3 rocks.
Lots of prizes.
Oh, here's something.
Yeah, I don't know if I do that well. Oops.
You gotta sense it.
Yeah.
Got 1 and
And 2.
2's the kill.
Yeah. When he comes back down, when he swings.
Right. He does like a really wide area swing.
Yeah.
Nice. And rip his heart out.
Good boy.
Good boy.
We have our first 20, so we can get a Giovanni present.
Oh, nice.
Wonder if this entails money because he's literally sitting on a pile of money.
Darth Bane.
Oh boy. Oh dear. Cheap shot.
Ruh-roh.
Oh, Shaggy.
Bon appetit. I still think my favorite probably piece of Zelda music, besides the obvious stuff
The
like
overworld.
the overworld theme, but
Another one.
Gerudo
Holy
Valley.
smokes.
Let's see. Is that? There's quite a few of them that are
Like the Ocarina of Time.
Zelda's. Midna's theme from
Midna's
this one.
theme is really good too from this one.
I love it.
I actually really like the battle theme from Zelda 2.
Yeah, it's actually a pretty good one. So lanternable.
Have you ever beaten the end of, or like gotten to the end of the first Legend of Zelda? It's all in English. It's pretty great.
I think I've done that before. I have never completed Zelda 2.
I'm trying to work my way through all of them.
Long ago I beat Zelda 2.
Zelda 2 just makes me so frustrated.
Oh yeah.
See, I thought at one point that I was close to having them all beaten, but I've gotten all of them beaten past A Link to the Past.
Let's see, I've beaten Zelda 1 and I'm working on basically the hero mode or the master
Alright, what
quest.
is it? Stamp, heart, piece, or rupees?
Stamp.
I'm going with Heart Piece.
Stamp.
Tis a stamp.
Told you!
The sad
Midna.
Midna.
Sad Midna. Sad Midna is sad.
I thought since there were poes here, it had to have existed before, which means that it had to have a reward that would have
Wow.
existed before.
Alright.
Secret of Mana. I want to say
Secret of Mana was
that
so
I
good.
did not play it personally, but I do think that I saw Salamander and my other brother do it.
Yeah, it was a pretty good one. I keep wanting to say, like, whenever I talk about it, I keep wanting to say, oh yeah, Dom was a cool character. You name your character.
Mm-hmm.
So
you named it Dom,
yeah.
and that's how you see that character now.
And he was a silent protagonist. He reminds me a lot of Chrono from Chrono Trigger.
No, Chrono Trigger's a good one. Chrono Trigger's another one I want to play through again. I haven't played it in a long time.
I've actually gotten the secret ending where the developers tell you to go get a life.
Really?
And that was a real wake-up call.
Darrow says he absolutely loves Secret of Mana.
Secret of Mana had a couple of really good mechanics to it. Like, so one of the keys in just attacking was whenever you would attack, you would then have a gauge that was kind of a tired gauge, if you will. And if you attacked again while that was still unloading, your attack did like minuscule damage. But you could still do it.
Yeah. He says, I absolutely love it. Well, he looks really close to Chrono.
He does. Like, they had the same color palette.
What console and who's the publisher?
It was Square Enix, and
Really?
it was SNES.
Really?
That's one thing that if I could write a letter to Square Enix, I could write a letter to Square Enix. But
I'm
if
sure
I
we
was-
all could.
If I was actually going to, then I would tell them they need to do some more stuff with The World Ends With You and do some more stuff with their Mana series.
Okay. Really important question here. Is this game put out by Square or Squeenix?
I'm gonna say Square,
Okay.
because they weren't Square Enix yet.
Brendan Urie, you're worse than nicotine. Nicotine. Brendan Urie, why do I know that name?
That is the lead singer of Panic at the Disco.
That's what I thought. Yeah, top tier Square RPG.
Yeah,
I just
they-
missed just straight Square. Yeah, Squaresoft.
And Chrono Cross, they could do some stuff with that, because there's supposed to be 3 in the trilogy.
Yeah, I would say one more Chrono Cross and that's it. Like, that to me would feel like a whole set.
Chrono Cross was really good and incredibly underrated because it had more standard JRPG mechanics
Yeah.
than Chrono Trigger did, and they had like 40 playable characters.
Insane number of playable characters.
Do you know... Go ahead.
I was just gonna say it was a lot of fun regardless.
Do you know what game I'm just like keeping in my back pocket for when I get my actual consoles, like streaming
Maybe Olympic
capture
Games.
card?
What is that?
It's an Atlas game. I really love Atlas. They're the ones who did
The
Trauma Center
and
all that.
They do really.
They do really good games, but they do really weird games. But they did this like little known RPG that fans actually petitioned to get a second printing, and they came back and printed a second version of the cartridge. So like I just found this on the off chance in GameStop one day. I was like, there is a cartridge for the 3DS that is $35. I've never heard of it. It's got Atlas on it. I'm probably going to buy it.
What's the name of it?
Radiant
Yes.
Historia.
Oh.
Radiant Historia. I am waiting till I get my capture card to play this game on stream because it is fantastic.
So Radiant Historia was actually one of the Radiant Historia and the Xenoblade Chronicles were 2 games that came out and were supposed to be just like another RPG release for their respective consoles.
Yeah.
And then they weren't printed in mass.
Mhm.
But then because they were loved so much, they had to be either reprinted or re-released on a different console.
I'm telling you, when I was looking at, it was one of the, like every so often I'll just go into GameStop and look at like used cartridges just to see what's in and anything catches my eye. And it was like a total sort of like impulse, but I was like, But I was like, the price has to justify, like, this must be a good game. And it says Atlas. Like, I'm gonna do this, you know? I did not regret it.
The World Ends With You for the longest was an $80 cartridge.
Good God.
They dropped the price after the iPhone remake came out.
Yeah.
But like you couldn't find it because there were so many people who wanted to experience it, and that was the only way. It was the DS cartridge.
Right.
Now that it's an iPhone iOS release, the cartridge is like $30 to $35.
Yeah. So they did a lot. Jero says they did a lot with the Mana series, but nothing close to Secret of Mana. And Yusuf says Dirt used the Phantom Cigar.
Phantom Cigar.
Whoa! Metal Gear Solid 5. You guys haven't played it yet, so.
Yeah, the Phantom Cigar. Oh, I know about the Phantom Cigar, but I have never used the Phantom Cigar.
Smoke weed every day.
Right.
No, it's just like, so the Phantom Cigar is like, what does he do? Like, what does it make him do?
He just smokes it and like it zooms in on his face and like time flies by really
Right,
fast.
right. Like, it's like an acid trip, but in a cigar.
So the whole purpose of the cigar as a game mechanic is to pass time. Like when he smokes it, time.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
and
all
like,
it is.
I got it.
The description of it even says the herbal blend makes it appear as though time passes by quickly.
Yep.
Yep.
And like when he puts it to his mouth, like you just see a clock spinning behind him. Time passes by really fast, and this theme plays. It's like a Navajo Indian one. Whoa!
And what's crazy is, all right, he's missing a limb. That's why, and they call it the Phantom Cigar, and it's all about. This game's all about like phantom limb pain and stuff like that. So I mean, obviously he would probably be a medical patient who would be a candidate for that sort of thing. Get it?
Plus he 360 quick scopes, so you know he smokes weed.
Smocks. I found a number of treasure chests out here. Nothing too noteworthy, but there were a few little boxes.
Did I don't think I told you this. Did you see on my 3DS Salamander that I have a Metal Gear?
Metal Gear Solid 3?
Yeah. Controls are absolute shit.
Yeah, I was actually telling Berglindis about that earlier. I was like, so you need to play Metal Gear Solid 3? You need to not play it on the 3DS.
Yeah, Jero says Metal Gear Solid 5 is sick. Okay, so I haven't...
MGS 5 is legendary.
I watched what did they call themselves? The Outer Heaven? I've watched them play probably the first third of the game.
I feel like I just saw a bug.
You wouldn't stream it because of spoilerinos? Yeah, I only watched the first third of the game and I was like, I'm going to force myself to stop watching or else I will not play this game because then I'll know the whole story.
I really feel like I just
Try
saw
to
a
remember
bug.
the basics of CQC.
Alright, you're gonna go back and teleport back to the
The
desert.
funniest thing is when you throw somebody on base and just face plant them in the ground. They're like, "Thank you, boss."
No, the funniest things, I forget what they're called, but you like set the bodies with like the
Fulton.
yes, and they just like go boop, up in the air, like bye Felicia.
If someone sees their ally being transported out via the Fulton, they'll shoot it down.
Oh man, and all that work you just did, undone.
And it'll alert them, and they'll be like, "There's a strange air balloon device spotted in this location."
J-Ro, if you stream them, we're gonna have to watch. He's gonna buy a component splitter so he can play all three of them on his PS3.
Huh.
Yeah, he said I like to Fulton sheep.
Blah.
Do you watch any of that? I think their name is Outer Heaven, or it might be Haven, but I think it's Heaven.
It'd be Outer Haven, because that's what the Metal Gear Solid group is. In-group.
Yeah. It's a
Owl statues.
Twitch stream though, and it's actually approved by
Kojima?
Yes, it's actually approved by Kojima. Like he tweets them out sometimes. And like that's all they stream. It's like three guys who just love to stream Metal Gear.
I'm excited for Norman